The tribunal adjudicating the unfair dismissal of the Isle of Man's former medical director, Dr Ranson, has awarded her almost £3.2 million plus legal costs for her unfair dismissal following the whistleblowing from the Isle of Man DHSC and for the treatment she suffered from the department. In its findings, the Employment Tribunal criticised the Manx government's handling of the case and the expense that has been placed on the Manx taxpayers. The tribunal considered that the DHSC defence to Dr Ranson's claim had been conducted unreasonably and involved false allegations, pointing out serious shortcomings with some documents being disclosed during and even after the close of evidence. Also, some material seems to have been deliberately withheld. Particular criticism was addressed to the former DHSC CEO, Catherine Magson, saying it was inexcusable for a chief executive to mislead both the tribunal and Dr Ranson. The case on liability was fought tooth and nail by the DHSC on a false basis to the substantial detriment of the doctor and to the expense of the Manx taxpayer. It concluded false claims about Dr Ranson's employment being for just a limited term of 2 years and that she was subjected to performance management as the reasons for not transferring her over to Manx care with everybody else. The report goes on to say that Miss Magson knew that the denials of liability contained assertions and allegations that were untrue. She knew, or she should have known and understood, that the way she had drafted the response was unsustainable. Also, the tone of the response had also been inflammatory. Miss Magson knew, or should have known, that her pleaded arguments would never survive scrutiny once those documents, which needed to be revealed, were in fact disclosed to the tribunal. None of this will be of any surprise to people who have been following the events over the many months. The award also included, by the way, £10,000 exemplary damages for the arbitrary and oppressive treatment of her by the DHSC. The tribunal has taken the unusual steps of awarding legal costs. So, £3.2 million down, we should reflect that Dr Ranson's first legal letter to Minister Ashford at the time simply asked for her job back. So there remains a number of unresolved issues, namely how we even got here in the first place and who in government is actually going to take responsibility for this. These are issues, of course, which the public deserve answers to. So the tribunal has ruled on a case, but there could be an appeal in the next 2 weeks from the government over the amount. After that, it really will all be over. And if nothing is lodged, they cannot use sub judice as a reason for not answering any other questions. But they will try maybe to use legal privilege. So it's time for taking stock and getting a full and frank disclosure shortly now to uncover the truth on why the Chief Minister and the Manx government took this case all the way in the first place. There can now be questions in Tynwald and the answers to the outstanding FOIs can come. If nothing else, the Isle of Man deserves transparency and truth about this case.